This is Eric from Pack Hacker, and today we're taking a look at the Chrome Industries Barrage cargo backpack, which I've been testing for the past 2 weeks. If you find this video helpful, make sure you subscribe so we can continue making content like this to help you travel smarter. Let's dive in. So the main pack material here is a 1050D nylon. So that's what you see most of the upper here is behind this cargo netting, on the sides here as well. It's very durable. I think it looks nice. It has a little bit of texture to it. You can probably see when you get it a little bit closer there. And it just does a good job at what it's meant to do. That material is fairly water resistant, but the main heavy lifting done here on this back to make it very water resistant is a 1000 TPE tarp that is on the interior and also on this boot here. So the bottom part has that tarp as well. So what that does is basically that material is waterproof. So if water does get through this nylon, it's going to stop water from getting into the main compartment. This is not a waterproof bag because it is a roll top and there are a few other areas water could sneak inside. But that material is waterproof, and we have it on the boot here as well. So if you're riding your bike or if you set your bag on the wet ground, it will protect water from soaking into this nylon because no one likes a soggy backpack. And this logo down here does have a little bit of reflection to it. So if you're riding your bike or you're in an urban environment and you can be seen better at night, it'll give a little flash to like if a car's going by or something like that. But overall, very happy with the materials here, and we have good hardware as well. So this top buckle here, very large buckle, and then we have 4 side buckles, 2 on either side as compression straps that also attach to this cargo strap. Those are from Duraflex. They work as you'd expect them to. They don't pop open when you don't want them to. And then we also have one YKK zipper on this front pocket here. Very easy to open and close. We'll go over that compartment in just a minute. Has a paracord-like pull there on the end. No complaints, easy to grab onto, even in bad weather. The sternum strap is a classic chrome strap. You knew we were going to see this somewhere. I did have one time where this popped off when I didn't want it to, but I think it could have been user error. There is a bit of a learning curve when it comes to these. I think it looks very cool and just kind of a staple of chrome. You knew you were going to find it somewhere on this pack. So on the left and right sides, we have these water bottle pockets. They're just made from the same nylon as the rest of the pack. There is a little hole here so that water can drain out if it does get wet, but there's no elastic there, so you can't fit a really big bottle. I couldn't fit my 32-ounce Nalgene, but a smaller, like 12 to 18-ounce bottle, I've got a Hydro Flask in there right now, works well. And one last thing to know is that this bag is heavy, but that's because of the nice materials used to construct it. So as you can see here, this back panel is molded. We've got the nice little chrome logo there. It's very structured. It's got this nice hard padding here. But something that I will note is that when you have the pack really packed out, this kind of just stays flat and doesn't really conform to your back very well. When you don't have it completely stuffed out, it's not as big of a deal. But right now I have this thing stuffed to the gills. And it's just kind of really flat in the back, and you'll see that when I try it on. But we do have these nice air channels here, and this is like a really fine mesh, so it does stay very cool, and for the most part is a comfortable back panel. But moving on to the shoulder straps here, you can see they're pretty malleable. They're very easy to move around, so they can kind of conform to your body how you like them to. You can kind of tighten them up as you wish and tighten the sternum strap as well. If you look like something more structured, these might not be your favorite thing in the world. There is mesh on the back here for breathability, and that mesh goes all the way up to the top here, so it kind of gives you coverage everywhere. We got 2 D-rings up here. These are nice if you have like a set of keys or something, or like a set of keys that can be easily unclipped. You could attach that on there, unclip your keys, open the door, put it back. And then we have these loops underneath here, which are nice for like a carabiner, or you can attach other gear on there should you wish. Very strong and durable, so you don't have to worry about it popping off. I mentioned this buckle earlier, but this sternum strap is on a rail, so you can make micro adjustments. And when you get it where you want it to be, it's not going to move, which is something I really dig. It's the worst thing in the world is getting your sternum strap somewhere you really like it, and then it moves and you have to get it back. Maybe not the worst thing in the world, but you get what I mean. So I'm not sure how well you can see it, but on this back panel, because it is so packed out right now, it kind of feels like I have like a board on my back. It isn't necessarily uncomfortable because it does have that padding, which we went over, but it just isn't really conforming to my back, which is something that I like in my backpacks. I know not everybody likes that, but it is comfortable even when it is in this fully packed out sense, especially because I like how these shoulder straps kind of conform to my body. But when you do have it fully packed, it is a bit rigid. When you have it less packed out, this isn't much of a big deal. It kind of conforms to your back more, but overall a very comfortable backpack, especially for how much gear I have in here. So the first thing that everyone notices about this backpack is the cargo net. I got so many comments on this while I was wearing it, even from people I didn't know. They're like, what is that for? So obviously we have, as I mentioned earlier, we have these straps on the side here, and that helps to cinch down the sides of the pack, but also attaches to the cargo net, so you can open it up more if you have larger items you want to stow in there, or tighten it up if you want to tighten up the sides of the backpack or fit a larger item in here. So I was able to fit my bike helmet in here, but I really struggled to get it in there when I had the pack all the way packed up. So right now this thing is stuffed full, so I can't get my bike helmet in there. And that's something to, if you're going to be commuting with this backpack and you want to throw your helmet in there, that's something to think about, is when you have it completely full, you're going to struggle to get your helmet in there. But if you don't have a helmet, or you don't need to put your helmet in there, you can use this for a lot of different things. I put a packable jacket in here. I put a couple, when I went to like the grocery store before or after work, and I just had like a couple things and this pack wasn't fully packed, I was able to just slide the bag that I got inside of here afterwards and then cinch it down a little bit, and then I didn't have to worry about putting groceries or anything liquid inside of the bag. So overall, very happy with how it looks. Sometimes it can be a bit troublesome to use, especially if you do have the pack fully packed out right now, but I do like how it is integrated with the basically compression straps on the side of the pack. So there aren't, 8 different ways to cinch it down. It's just these 4 points where you are tightening whatever's inside of the cargo netting here, and you're also compressing the sides of the bag at the same time. And these bottom 2 go over the water bottle pockets. So if you have something taller in the water bottle pockets, you have a little bit of extra oomph to cinch it down. And if you have something really tall, you could put it up there, and then this one could loop through it or tighten it down. But we do have one other secondary pocket, and it's actually underneath here. We went over that zipper a little bit ago. It's this flat pocket underneath here. So we've got this zipper here that runs up and down, and it does have a little zipper garage up there. Let me lift it up so you can see it a little bit better. Little zipper garage there so that there's no, water can't really access the little hole at the end of the zipper. So I don't have anything in here right now, but the main reason for that is to show you how hard it is to get things in here when you have this thing fully packed. So I'm just trying to get my hand in there right now. And actually, I lied, I left my snacks in there. So I do have my crackers in there. And so it's not that tight because my crackers aren't completely crunched. There are a few cracks in these crackers here. But that is, I guess, a testament to how tight it is that there are a couple cracks in there. It's really hard to even get your hand in here. So you shouldn't put anything in there that could get damaged. Like I wouldn't put a small tablet in there or anything like that, or even pieces of paper, because they're going to get wrinkled by all the stuff you shove in here if you're going to pack out this main compartment. If you're not, there's a lot more room inside there to where you could put your tablet or something like that, but there isn't a lot of padding between the cargo netting and the interior. So if you were to put like a tablet in there and it didn't have a case, and then you threw your bike helmet in here and you bumped into something, like a bike helmet's going to stop a car from, fracturing your skull in theory. So a bike helmet, if you hit it hard enough, is going to do some damage to your tablet. So I know that sounds silly and like I'm overdoing it, but I just think that's really important to note, and just how hard it is to really get stuff inside of there. It is a big pocket. It runs from about right here, and then it goes all the way to the other side here. So you've got like here to here, like the whole pocket. So it is quite a bit of room, but it's kind of hard to access if you have this thing fully packed, or if you have a bunch of stuff loaded in this cargo netting, it's going to be hard to get in there too. But quality zipper pull, and if you're not using all of the space in this pack, you can stow stuff in there, and it's a nice quick access pocket, because there isn't one unless you're putting something in one of the water bottle pockets. So you can get to things quickly, like your phone, your wallet, or whatever else. So now let's go into the main compartment, which is where almost all of the storage is on this thing. So this pack expands from 18 to 22 liters. I'd say I've got it pretty much maxed out right now, but 22 liters for the most part is still definitely day pack territory. It's not a very big pack, and I have fit a ton of stuff inside here. So let's go through it real quick. So to illustrate better how much I have inside of here, I loaded this with packing cubes we often use here at Pack Hacker. So if you watch our videos or you have viewed our reviews, you'll see us use these packing cubes a lot, so you might know their general size. So first I have a set of Osprey packing cubes. Slide these out of here. As I said, I've really got them jammed in. So we've got the large, the medium, and the small Osprey packing cubes inside of here. And these are, I mean, this is what we've used on packing lists in the past. So these really take up a lot of space because you can fit, you know, a whole week's worth of gear in here. But in addition to that, I've also got a set of Heim Planet packing cubes inside of here. So we've got these two small or medium, depending how you look at it, and then the large down there on the bottom. So all of these packing cubes fit inside of this 18 to 22 liter day pack. So I'm gonna kind of throw those out of the way now. So the way that you're able to make this go down to 18 liters is by rolling the roll top further. I had it only done like maybe a roll or a roll and a half on that, but you can really kind of cinch it down like this. And then so long as it's not too wide on the top, you can cinch down these side straps that cover the cargo netting. Then you're really able to make this into a more manageable 18 liter day pack. But when you need the space, like I had all that stuff inside of there, this can really expand to be used even for, you know, a long weekend or even like a week trip if you really need to make do and you pack lightly. But other than this main compartment, like basically just being a chute, there is a laptop compartment. I'll slide that out. Got a truck backing up right there, sorry about that. But I got my 15-inch laptop in there. That compartment will hold up to a 15-inch computer. It's kind of hard to see, but there really is no other organization going on inside of there. This material, this is the material I mentioned earlier, that tarp material that is on the bottom as well. So something to note is that this is a waterproof material. So if water gets inside of there, it's not going to get out of there so easily. Like in theory, it can, you know, evaporate out of the top, but if this is tightly rolled, that's not really gonna happen. So like if you had damp clothes in there, they're going to start to smell eventually. So in addition to being waterproof and not letting water out of the pack, this material is not very thick. And this is the only material that's on that, it's kind of hard to show you, that laptop sleeve there. So even on Chrome's site, they recommend that you use some kind of laptop case or something that like puts your laptop in to slide it in there. If you are going to have more rigid items inside the pack, I agree with that. But if you're just using like packing cubes and like a tech organizer or something like that, I didn't find it necessary, but always better safe than sorry. And you're able to add more stuff in the pack if you don't have like a bulky case on your computer. So packing cubes, go for it, or don't go for a case. But if you do have more rigid items in there, you might want to go with a case for your computer to protect it. But overall, very amped with how much gear I was able to store inside of here. And also that extra waterproofness is nice, especially if you are commuting on a bike or something like that, or if you're going on a trip somewhere where it's going to be rainy. This pack is going to keep your gear closed and has that expandability. That's nice for, you know, the workplace. Like if you need to bring extra stuff home, like working here, I'm constantly bringing new gear home. Or if you're traveling and you might want to buy some stuff, or, you know, drop some stuff off at the hotel halfway through and not have to carry too big of a backpack, you can really use this for what you need to use it for, whether that be by expanding the roll top, adding things to the cargo here, or obviously this cargo can also attach like carabiners and stuff like this. But because I couldn't fit my 32-ounce Nalgene, I was attaching my 32-ounce Nalgene to this carabiner and sliding it in the cargo netting. So it really is a bag that you can make of it what you will, and that's something that I've kind of come to expect from Chrome and really enjoyed using this pack because of. So there you have it, the Chrome Industries Barrage Cargo Backpack. Thanks for keeping it here at Pack Hacker, your guide to smarter travel. We'll see you in the next one.